Hello everybody, and welcome to another 1202 analysis video. I'm your host, DatBoi37, and let's get right into it. So I haven't reported in a long time about 1202, and the main thing that I'm sure everyone wanted me to make a video about was the release date. So winter 2018 was the original release date. Obviously, we're in 2019. It's February, and winter is pretty much past. We're gonna hit spring in March. So, I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. We all thought it was gonna drop on New Year's, but I think we're looking at a 2019 release. There's been speculation that it's not happening, but I wouldn't be so sure to jump to that conclusion, especially with all the leaks going around that we're going to cover shortly. So, I don't think it's going to come out this winter. People are saying, oh, winter 2019, so what, December? But I think I'm going to be more optimistic and say it's going to be a summer 2019 release. But honestly, I have no idea, and no one has any idea. So yeah, that's that. So mainly, if that was all the news, I would not have made a video, which is why I haven't made a video since my previous analysis video. But there's two things I want to cover. Number one is a leaked photo of a still from the movie, and I thought it was very interesting. So here we looks like we have a dual monitor setup here. There's seems like some kind of light over here. We got the blue light, like a monitor. It seems to be, it's really dark. It's really blurry. It's going to be a very blurry and bit crushed. It's going to be a very common theme this video, so get used to that. But yeah, I thought this was very interesting. I wanted to compare it to the poster here. So we see last time I was talking about Aram here, who has been confirmed to be who appears to be some kind of reporter, and looks like we were correct in that assumption, as we see Aram here, and he looks like to be wearing a tie, and it looks like almost as if it's like a news broadcast. We have Connor here. It looks like he's very dark looking, and it says Jedi Master, and this is Connor, but we can't really make out what the rest of the headline is. So perhaps this was an intentional leak. I'm not quite sure, because it seems very like blurry and all that. And who else would have insider information at Valux? Although there is some conspiracy theories that we're going to get to about who might have taken this photo, and it relates to the leaked video, which is what I'm kind of eager to get to here. But we'll get back to this image. So we'll get back to that. Yeah, so I have the video right here. It's this is the reason I'm making this video. This video leak, pretty much a solid minute and 13 of just straight random clips that have no meaning, and I really wanted to go through. So here we go. Let's start it up. Alright, so right off the bat, we see something here that's, I think, is very strange. We see something, Smith Space, what it looks like to be. I don't know if it's a subsidiary of Valux Pictures, if they've been expanding, but there's no sign of Smith Space anywhere on this poster, and I think this might be a new a new, some sort of maybe company working with Valux or trying to take over, or maybe because this looks like a trailer to me, or maybe even this was planned for the poster reveal, because Valux did nothing for the poster reveal. So Smith Space, well, another thing that's interesting is Smith is, we have Zach, of course, one of the main figures of Valux and of 1201, the whole 1201 franchise, as well as Brayden, the new guy. So both of these people have Smith as their last name, so perhaps they have come together and created Smith Space as a way to work with Valux. I'm not quite sure on that front. So let's continue here. So another thing here is we see in this video a lot of like behind the scenes footage. I don't know if this is the like, it really reminds me of like a DVD special kind of thing. You could see, I don't know what this looks like, honestly. It seems like, we know this is Nadeko here, who's also a new character. And we see the camera here, it's almost as if it's being, this is a trailer for like a documentary or something about 1202. So we might see that after the 1202 release, but I have absolutely no idea what this leak video was meant to be. So yeah, we have the good old camera there, so that's interesting. Okay, so here we see, it's definitely a behind the scenes, it's like a documentary. I think that a 1202 documentary about the filming process of 1202 is going to be made, because a lot of people have been hammering on Valux for not releasing 1202 on time in winter of 2018 and delaying without telling anyone, and still we've heard no update from Valux about what the new release date's going to be. So they might be making a behind the scenes video to showcase that. So but the reason I paused here was not because of that, but because of, I believe this is the Dark Figure. And actually later in this video we actually see Dark Figure, which is, I do not think Valux is going to be happy about this one. So here he is, we all know Dark Figure's in the background here with his lightsaber. We see him in the background of the poster, and he's right here. Here's the green screen, here's the hood, the classic hood. We also see what kind of looks like a skull right here, and he seems to be in front of some kind of table. Perhaps it's like a hologram or something right here. Honestly, I have no idea, but he's behind a green screen, probably for, maybe this is the poster picture. Maybe this is going to be green screened out for a evil lair looking scene or something. But there's a lot of Dark Figure here, and I do not think Valux wanted that to be released before 1202. So this leak was definitely not intentional. Here we see the scene a couple times. It looks like to be a figure here, and it looks like a hooded figure here. Perhaps this is Dark Figure again. Although it could be one of these other guys, or perhaps even Dark Knight dude. Although I don't see any green, of course it's all kind of crushed. And who might this be? I'm not sure. It could be, let's see if we can get a better angle. Yeah, I don't know if we can get a better angle on that one. So right here it says a behind the scenes sneak peek, which again leads me to believe that that there's going to be a documentary about 1202, the behind the scenes. Although I'm not quite sure why it says sneak peek, because if it was a sneak peek, well, it kind of makes sense because it's like a trailer to the documentary. So I think this is something that's being worked on by Valux at the same time as 1202 to perhaps justify the delay. So, so here we have a closer look at the hooded figure. I definitely believe this to be a dark figure. He's got the hood. He's got the ominous kind of shape. And I don't see any green. Dark Knight Dude has the green hood. I don't see any green here. It could be these guys. I don't see the bongos. So I guess it could be this guy, but I definitely think it's dark figure because he actually appears a lot and we actually see his face in this video. So here we get a closer look. So now this could be one of two things, because this is definitely Abraham again. And as we know, he's the reporter, and he's behind a camera. Perhaps this is a video interview, which would definitely fit in the comedic sense of 1202. As we see the dark figure here, and what looks like to be, to me, either Nadeko or maybe Yofa? But I think it's definitely Nadeko. He's got that, I don't know. That Yofa just kind of, I think he looks a little different. I mean, perhaps this is a new character. It's too crushed to tell for sure. But the thing is, I can't tell if this is a scene from 1202, if this camera is just a prop, or if this is the actual camera that's recording. Because if it is, then who's recording the footage here? So it says, of the events immediately following, it's 1201. So we knew back to 1202 would take place right after 1201. We know that Connor's dead, and we know we believe Connor will be brought back somehow, but we don't know how just quite yet. So here we see perhaps some kind of battle scene. There's three characters here. This guy honestly doesn't match any of my profiles. This is definitely, like, these guys, I don't know who these guys are. It's very blurry, it's hard to tell, but it looks like some kind of battle. We got the trees in the background. This is kind of similar to the final battle in 1201, where they're kind of advancing this direction and then the other guy's kind of advancing like that. So I think that might be what that is, but I'm not quite sure. Alright, so here we have some kind of these looks like to be chairs, some kind of table here, and then we have what looks like to be the dark side figures. So before we had these guys, so it's definitely looking like a 1201 situation here, where we have these guys who are the Jedi, and over here we have the Sith. Looks like they're having a meeting. So perhaps perhaps the Jedi stumble upon the Sith or they try to ruin their plans. Well, because I'm sure Yofa's extremely angry with the fact that Dark Knight Dude has killed Connor, and I'm sure Yofa's gonna do everything in his power to try to stop the Sith here. So also, this looks like a gravestone, so I think this is definitely an evil lair of some sorts, with the Sith here gathered, perhaps to celebrate. We kind of might see some kind of, I don't know what's on the table here, but these guys look like they're ready to fight. Now, who might these Jedi be? I'm sure Yofa's probably here, probably this one. I can't really make out these guys, it's really hard to tell, but I'm sure Yofa's among them, perhaps Nadeko, which would support dome theory. But then there's also the reporter, so it's kind of hard to tell who these people are. So here we get a zoom in on some kind of still frame, and I'm not quite sure what this could be. It's too blurry to tell. It seems like maybe some kind of workshop. Perhaps this is where the lightsaber was created. I have no idea. Alright, now here is the shot everyone's been raving about. Everyone thinks that this person is indeed Dark Figure. We've got pretty much the same shape from the poster, almost identical, and he's got some kind of throne. It looks like some kind of throne room. Whereas here we have the same exact kind of figure with the hood. We've got the ominous looking hands. You know he's a Sith. He definitely looks the evil part, and I definitely think this is Dark Figure. So we know how he looks like. He's definitely appearing in 1202, and here he is. Full face reveal. So here's another interesting shot. Looks like we have what looks like to be Yofa with 4 arms, and you might be saying, oh no, it's just this guy in the background, but you could see his arm here, perhaps trying to attack Yofa from behind. But these lightsabers are all protruding from Yofa's body, not from this guy in the background, who perhaps might be attacking. This is definitely Yofa. This person in the background, I can't really tell. Yeah, there's not really a frame here that can tell. So I'm not really quite sure what it is. Okay, so here's another revelation that's been found. It seems like right here we've got the some kind of meeting room. We've got this guy in the back. We've got someone recording. So this is definitely a behind the scenes shot, I think, and there's someone here too. Here is the new character who's in the middle of the poster here, and it seems like he's facing Yofa here. This is definitely Yofa. He's got the green lightsaber. He's got the trench coat. This is Yofa. This is this new character who I believe to be Braden Smith based on my last analysis video. So it seems like they're facing off, which would again support dome theory, where we've got the dome going on. So it's kind of everyone turns against Yofa, which would definitely be a great dramatic twist to 1202, where a lot of people have been also conferring about sides theory. These are the two major theories here. We've got Yofa and Zach with the new character, but here we have defining proof that dome theory seems to be more prevalent. We saw we have Zach with his claw. Perhaps Yofa has gotten angry with him. We've also got these evil looking guys. We've got a Dark Knight dude. We've got this guy who's fighting Yofa here in this scene. I don't know how the reporter fits into all this. He's in that scene with Dark Knight dude and Nadeko, or not Dark Knight dude, Dark Figure and Nadeko, with that camera. So perhaps the bad guys win, and everyone's against Yofa. Connor's dead, so perhaps Yofa has to revive Connor in order to stop everyone else. And that would definitely be a great redeeming quality for Connor. So here, this scene, a lot of people have been questioning me about this to pull out my good old analysis eye, because everyone knows it's not a DatBoi37 video unless there's some analysis. So this is the main scene I want to focus on here. The other revelations were, I think, pretty simple to come across. We get more views here of the battle between Yofa and this new character. Definitely looks like they're facing off. Perhaps a epic monologue. This looks like the conclusion. Perhaps this new character was supposed to replace Connor, but then he turns evil or something. Some kind of twist. I could see that happening, definitely. But anyway, this scene right here with Yofa and this dead person, as well as this, again, it looks like to be the reporter Abraham here. So a lot of people have quickly pointed out to me, here's the same gravestone from the beginning. There's those chairs we saw. So Yofa's walking away, so it looks like he's hit his mark. This is definitely Yofa. You could tell from right here. He's got the sunglasses. He's got the green lightsaber. He's got the trench coat. This is definitely Yofa himself. And this seems like to be Abraham here, because if we look around here, he's got the microphone. Yes, and there's the microphone. This is literally, this pose is from this scene, so this must be a very important scene. And there's somebody laying here, which I'm not quite sure who that might be. Perhaps we believe them to be the Sith, because we thought the Jedi were coming in to storm a Sith meeting. So perhaps it's the Sith, and Yofa has made his mark on the Sith. Well, I don't know what the reporter's doing here. Maybe he's reporting on the scene. I think the news and the outside media is going to play a huge role in 1202, as we had that leak of the news report photo, which we'll go back to after this video. And after this, we finish this video up. We've only got a couple of seconds left, and it's really interesting to see who might this be. Is this Dark Knight Dude? There's been rumors that Dark Knight Dude's gonna die in 1202. Could it be one of these random guys that don't really matter to the story, or that didn't really matter in 1201? Maybe they have a huge role and Yofa's just defeated them, but we just don't know who it is. Or is it perhaps Dark Figure, and the series is going to take a dramatic turn where Dark Knight Dude or Dark Figure dies, and Dark Knight Dude has to step up to fight Yofa, while Yofa cripples the Sith. We don't know. We don't know who this person is. It's too big crushed, but we do know the location, which is the Sith. Looks like the Sith meeting place, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's what my opinion on the subject. So we have back to 1202. There's no like subcredit or anything like back to 1202 behind the scenes, or like back to 1202 blah blah blah. It's just back to 1202, and it's almost kind of makes me think that perhaps this isn't a behind the scenes, but based on the trailer, it definitely is. The camera's like always visible, and I don't know, that's just how it feels to me, especially. So Valux might have sent this side project to Smith Space, the company at the beginning, Smith Space, to work on the behind the scenes, as we saw a sneak peek, behind the scenes sneak peek. So it might be a video worked on the side, similar to how the most recent Valux video, Corporal Connor Prelude, was not developed by Valux's main editors. It was more of a side project to keep people waiting for 1202. So finally we have this credits scene. So a lot of interesting names here. I love going through the names. So I'm not sure what this says. This is definitely Smith Space Production. So I'm not really sure how that's going to work out. We have Smith Space again, Daniel Shelby Film, which is here in the poster. We have all these names which also appear all over this bottom portion. But what doesn't appear in these credits is Valux. Where is Valux? Does this say Valux? Does this say Valux? I can't tell what this says. but it doesn't look like Valux to me. What's very strange is Valux's absence from this video. There's nowhere that says Valux. We don't even see the logo. We don't even see the name in the credits. So what's going on with 1202? Perhaps this is the reason why it was delayed. Perhaps Smith Space is taking over the production. Who knows? We haven't heard anything from Valux. We haven't heard anything about 1202 since the teaser. So we'll see how that turns out. And what's really strange about this trailer is it kind of ends with a pan of this exact poster, but as you could tell, Yofa is not the same here. We've got a different photo for Yofa, so it looks like this was this video was created before the posters were even finalized, which means this leak might be old. Although this video was released a couple of days ago on Tuesday. What's very interesting is that the poster here is different, and we've never seen this poster. But other than Yofa's stance, it looks almost exactly identical. But there's, again, no credits, no back to 1202, no none of this, so it kind of cuts off right here. But other than Yofa, the poster is exactly the same. So I thought that was a very interesting point. Perhaps this this trailer was scrapped. This video was scrapped, and the leak was just kind of deleted, a deleted idea. But two things that still I want answered are: who is Smith Space, and is there a behind the scenes 1202 video coming? Because that would be very interesting. So yeah, that's that. We do see the credits here at the end, back to 1202. All right, so that's very interesting. So now I'd like to go back to this last photo here of the reporter. It's very interesting to me. Okay, Jedi Master Connor did something. We have the reporter here. So is the reporter evil? Is he because he's seen at the graveyard scene, or at the Sith lair scene with the grave where the Jedi and Sith, I suppose, are going to battle. So at this point, I have been completely convinced this is going to be a dome theory movie based on the leaks. Although the leak might be misleading. It's very low quality. It was never officially released, and it seems like Valux is not going to release a full quality video of the leak. So I don't think Valux is going to do anything with this video. I think it's scrapped. I think they were playing around with ideas because of the poster. The poster is different. The poster at the end of the leaked video is not the same as the original as the final release. Yofa has been changed, so I think this leak shouldn't be trusted. I don't think it's accurate. I'm gonna stick with my. I'm just gonna stick with still being more of a skeptic. I do think it's dome theory, but I don't think I should base my decision based on this leak alone. So thanks for watching the video, and talk down in the comments about what you think about these leaks. What are you, more of a dome theory? Are you more of a sides theory kind of guy? If these leaks are proof of something about 1202, if they're fake, we don't really know what's going on with these leaks. So anyway, this is DatBoi37 signing off. I'm excited for 1202. Hopefully it comes out soon. Hopefully we get an official update from Valux, and hopefully we'll see 1202 together soon.